ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपथकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता शिवशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवे प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसूक्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नां अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं जयदं सुहृदो पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधामदनमोहनो तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहितावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम् परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षीय क्षराय दे सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तुमे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण हरि ओम तत्सत. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fifth chapter, text 17 onwards. त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मं चरणाम्बुजं हरे भजन भजन पक्वोऽथ पते ततो यदि यत्र क्वा वा भद्रम् अभुदमुस्य किं को वार्ताप्तो भजतं स्वधर्मता त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मं चरणाम्बुजं हरे भजन पक्वोऽथ पते ततो यदि यत्र क्वा वा भद्रमभुतमुस्य किं को वार्ताप्तो भजताम स्वधर्मता. हरे कृष्णा. सिनी माता जी.
हरे कृष्ण। त्वत्ता स्वधर्मं चरणाम्बुजं हरे भजन्न भक्कोत पते ततो यदि यत्र क्व वा भद्रम् अभूतमुष्य किं को वार्ताप्तो भजतां स्वधर्मता.
वेरी गुड. उमा.
त्यक्त्वा सधर्मं शरणाम्बुजं हरे भजन्न पक्वोतपते ततो यदि यत्रात्मवा भद्रमभूतमुस्य किं को वार्त आप्तो भजतां स्वधर्मतः.
Very good. Vivek Prabhu, can you please read the translation?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
One who has forsaken his material occupations to engage in the devotional services of the Lord may sometimes fall down while in an immature stage. Yet there is no danger of his being unsuccessful. On the other hand, a non-devotee, though fully engaged in occupational duties, does not gain anything.
Very good. One who has forsaken his material occupations to engage in the devotional service of the Lord may sometimes fall down while in an immature stage. Yet there is no danger of his being unsuccessful. On the other hand, a non-devotee, though fully engaged in occupational duties, does not gain anything. So it's a clear instruction that if we have started the devotional activities, even if we have to stop somewhere without completing that in this lifetime, nothing to worry. We are not going to lose anything. We are not going to diminish any of the sukurdi or credit, spiritual credit that we have attained by doing little devotional service. That will come along with us. At the same time, on the other hand, a non-devotee, though fully engaged in occupational duties, does not gain anything. So, on the other hand, a non-devotee who doesn't do any devotional activities, he may be following dharma, pati dharma, raja dharma, stri dharma, putra dharma, all these things they may be following. But if they are not engaged in devotional activities, they do not gain anything. They have to undergo the cycle of birth and death perpetually. So this is what. So anyone who has taken the devotional activities, even for a little while, that will come with us. Okay. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Neha Vikrama Nashvasti Pratyavayo na vidyade Swarpam apyasya dharmasya trayate madhobhayat. Okay. The same meaning. Neha Vikrama Nashvasti Pratyavayo na vidyade Swarpam apyasya dharmasya. This devotional activity is solpa, little, even little if you do, there is no loss or diminution in this endeavor. O Arjuna, Lord Krishna says. So the same is repeated here also. So maybe because of some immaturity, at some point of time, we may fall down, we may stop, we may discontinue, but there is no loss. But on the contrary, if we have amassed so much of wealth, name, fame, everything in this material world, that will end with our leaving the body. It will not come with us. Not even a small needle can we take. Can we take one small needle with us? So husband is telling, I'm very scared, please come with me. Will the wife come? Or the wife is asking the husband, please come with me, I'm scared to go. No, even he will not come. Children? No. Our money? No. Position? No. Possession? No. Nothing will come except our devotional credit. Except our devotional credit. That's why this sloka is actually giving us some hope. So how much ever we can take this, we should accept this. And we should try to do it. So this is a very hope-giving sloka for all of us. Okay. So on the other hand, a non-devotee, though fully engaged in occupational duties, does not gain anything. Once one reporter asked Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, you're telling that, this devotional activities, devotional services is very nice, very sublime, and you'll be liberated from this material existence. So just a hypothetical question. Suppose you engage in devotional activities. One day you come to know there is no God, there is no Krishna. What will happen to you? Then Prabhupada said, even if hypothetically, accept this argument that there is no Krishna, but still we have enjoyed our life. Our process is singing, dancing, and feasting. What is loss in that? You're always in a happy mood, always singing, and always dancing, and always feasting. So what's the loss? But now let me ask you this question to you. Suppose now you are not Krishna conscious. Okay. Later, at the end of your life, you come to know that there is God. What will happen to you? Okay. You will be sent to hell because you are not taken up devotional activities. So you'll have to struggle. You have to undergo a lot of miseries in the hellish condition. Whereas even if there is no God, we have not done any adharmic, irreligious activities. We have enjoyed our present life, and in future also, in the next life also, we'll enjoy. Isn't it? So this sloka is very hope-giving for all those who have taken up devotional activities. So as far as the duties of mankind are concerned, there are innumerable duties. Every man is duty-bound not only to his parents, family members, society, country, humanity, other living beings, the demigods, etc., but also to the great philosophers, poets, scientists, etc. It is enjoined in the scriptures that one can relinquish all such duties and surrender unto the service of the Lord. So these are all samanya dharma, generic dharma. Krishna, after explaining different processes of yoga to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, last chapter, how he concludes the chapter, 18th chapter, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja, Aham Tuam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Masucha. So he is explaining that you should be dharmishtan, you should be a religious person, you should follow a religious path. But at the end, what is telling? Relinquish all those so-called dharmas. Karma yoga, dhyana yoga, jnana yoga. That will never take you to the spiritual world. So these are all ordinary dharmas. One has to follow, no doubt. But those who have already attained the highest perfection doesn't need to focus so much on this general religious activities, dharma. So in the Vedas, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These are the 4 purusharthas. So first, starting with dharma, following the religious codes. To be a first-class citizen, to be a human being, one has to follow religious codes. So that religious codes are performed for what? Artha. To take money, economic development, because we need money. Without money, without Lakshmi, we cannot lead a good life. Okay? And when we get artha, then we want to enjoy. Those who have a lot of money, they can enjoy, isn't it? When they don't have money, they cannot enjoy the way the wealthy people enjoy. So when we get money, we want what? Kama, desires. We have so many desires, material desires. So to fulfill that, we do dharma, then we get artha. With the artha, we do kama, or we fulfill desires. So the desires are such that how much ever we get, we are not satisfied. It is like, you pour ghee in the blazing fire. What happens? It will be put off. It will be extinguished. If you keep on pouring ghee in the burning fire, what will happen?
It will blaze more.
Yeah, it will blaze more. Isn't it? So desires are like that. Now, somebody was telling the other day, desires are like, you have seen that tissue box. Take one tissue, the other tissue will pop up. Take that one, the third tissue will pop up. You take that, then other tissue will pop up. Like that, the desires are continuous, constant, non-stop. One desire is fulfilled, next one is ready. Yes, please address my issue. Please fulfill me. The desire is telling. Okay. Then when that is fulfilled, the third desire is popping up. Please fulfill my desires also. Like that, this is never ending. So seldom people will try for the last purushartha. What is the last Purushartha? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. We will not reach there, Moksha. Why? Because desires are not fulfilled. Only when desires are fulfilled, then we will try for Moksha, Mukti. So Prabhupada says, why people doesn't want to go to the spiritual world. They want to remain here and enjoy sense gratification. Prabhupada says, we have not adequately, we are not adequately frustrated in this material world. That's what Prabhupada says. We are not adequately frustrated in this material world, because of which we want to stay here and enjoy the material sense gratification. Those who are adequately frustrated, nothing, enough is enough. I don't want to live in this material world. Every step there is danger. So, oh Krishna, oh Lord, please show me some path so that I can stop this Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Adhyatmik, Adhibhautik and Adhidevik miseries. Because, sometimes, we are getting some flickering happiness in between some miseries. So, we are trying to get that flickering happiness. Although we are kicked by Maya from left, right, and center, with so much of miseries, sometimes we are getting some flickering happiness also. So just we are running after that flickering happiness. We forget the very fact that the moment we get some happiness, immediately Maya kicks us. Immediately. Isn't it? So that's why here, that's why it is said, all this, the general religious activities, dharma, about what is that? To the parents, family members, society, country, humanity, other living beings, demigods, everything is there when we practice devotional activities. It is included in that. It's not that we will just ignore them. No. While carrying out these duties without any attachment, if we are doing the devotional activities, then in this life itself, we can attain the spiritual abode. So that's what it is mentioned. So in Rupa Goswami also says the same thing. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavridam anukulyana krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttama. So what is the uttama bhakti? Rupa Goswami says, Anya abhilashita shunyam. So Anya abhilasha means other desires. Then, then what is further says, jnana karma adi. For jnana, for knowledge, for speculation, karma, for fruity activities, adi, etc. So it should anavradam, means we should not try to get more jnana, more fruity activities, or more mystic power. No. It should be bereft of all these things. We should not try to achieve something which are impediments for our devotional activities. Jnana karmadi anavridam anukulyana krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttam. Anukulya means favorable. So whatever is favorable for Krishna consciousness, that only we should accept. But this karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, without bhakti is no use. So we should avoid that. That's why Rupa Goswami also says that. Anukulyana krishnanu shilana bhakti uttama. So what is uttama bhakti? That's what Rupa Goswami says. So it is enjoined in the scriptures that one can relinquish all such duties and surrender unto the service of the Lord. And also Srimad Bhagavatam proclaims that those who have completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, complete, I have no other dependency except the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the only person, or he is the only person to whom I am taking shelter of. I am depending upon. I am relying upon. No one else. So such people They have no obligations towards anyone. Otherwise, we have obligations to many people, to our parents, to our ancestors, to demigods, to sages, and to whom? Yeah, earth. So many people. We are obliged to other living entities. We have obligation. Why? Without them, we cannot live. Can we live without demigods? No. Can we live without sages? No. Can we live without our parents and ancestors? Can we live without other living beings? Can we live without human beings? No. So we are all interdependent. We are never independent. We are all interdependent. Because sages have given these scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, we are trying to follow this instruction, dharma. What is dharma? What is adharma? We know only because of the sages. Demigods, they are giving us whatever we require for our sustenance. The air, the water, the light, everything is provided by the demigods. They are all authorized representatives of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So without them, we will not be able to live. So we are indebted, we are obliged to all these personalities. But those who have taken complete surrender, they don't have any obligations towards any one of them. Now, you must have observed, our elders at home, when they cook, they put some, items on the fire. Whom they are giving? To the fire god, to please them. And here, my mother-in-law also gives immediately, first before she starts, she keeps some, prasadam aside, and after she finishes, she goes and give to crows. So other living entities. So we are helping other living entities also. We are all obliged, we are all indebted to all of them. So like that, our obligation is there. But those who have totally surrendered to Krishna, they are not obliged to anyone in this material world. So if one does so and becomes successful in the discharge of this devotional service unto the Lord, it is well and good. But it so happens sometimes that one surrenders himself unto the service of Lord by some temporary sentiment, and in the long run, due to so many other reasons, he falls down from the path of service by undesirable association. 1 second. The electricity comes and goes because of raining.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So here what it is mentioned here that, but it so happens sometimes that one surrenders himself unto the service of the Lord by some temporary. Why temporary sentiment? Because we are undergoing some distress. We know that Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says 4 types of people comes. Who are they? Artho, Artharthi, Jnani, Jitnyasu. So because of this Artho, Artharthi, Artho means distressed. Artharthi, one who needs economic development, finance, and Jnani, inquisitive, wise person, and Jitnyasu, inquisitive. These 4 types of people come to me. So when that temporary purposes are fulfilled, then they may discontinue. Suppose I have some problem, health problem. I go to the Supreme Lord, I pray, I'm okay. Then I'll stop praying because my work is done. I am having some financial problem. I go to the Supreme Lord and I'm okay now. I got enough money. So I stop. So that's such people. Here it is mentioned here. He falls down from the path of service by undesirable association also. people will start telling why you are unnecessarily wasting time. This is a time for you to enjoy. If at all you want to do devotional activities after 60, after 70, okay, you do that. Because that time you have no other engagement that time. But is that time for us to devote to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? When we are totally invalid, our faculties are not in good shape, we cannot see properly, we cannot hear properly, memory is lost, health is not in good condition, we cannot walk. All the joints, the pain in the joints, we cannot move from one place to another place. So is that the time to devote to the Supreme Personality of Godhead or doing devotional service? No. Prahlad Maharaj says, Kaumaram Acharit Prajnu. From the Kaumara age itself, we have to start. Only then we'll be able to continue it. If you are starting 60, 70, we will not be able to start at all because we are not used to it. We are not used to it. So from young age, we should start. Then at the age when it is required, especially after retirement, we will not have any problem in continuing it. Even if we don't have any other engagement, we can read, we can discuss about Krishna Katha, we can associate with devotees, we can do other Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all those types of devotional activities, and we will never get bored. Otherwise, Prabhupada says in America, the old people, old persons are always engaged in reading magazines, going to club, and going after the dogs, taking the dogs out and cleaning their stool when they pass on the street. This is what they are doing at the advanced age. That is the time to remember Krishna, so that at the time of quitting the body, they will attain the spiritual abode. But if they are dog conscious, they will become dog. Especially in the Western country, because that is what Prabhupada has been seeing there. Most of them, they have pet dogs. They morning and evening, they take them out for walk. And when they pass stool, and who actually the master is cleaning. Okay. The dog become master that time. Isn't it? The servant, the master becomes servant. So we should not unnecessarily put ourselves in such precarious condition, knowing well that this human life is very rarely achieved. Very rare. Durlabho manusho deho dehinam kshana bangura. Tatrapi durlabham manye vaikunta priyadarshanam. Durlabho manusho. Very, very rare. This human birth is very, very rare. And why? Because this birth is temporary and dehinam kshana bangura. We don't know when this will go astray. Any moment. Although it is very, very meaningful. But this is temporary. We don't know how long we'll have this human body. Next birth, who knows? Whether we'll get a human body or animal's body or trees or plants body, bird's body, we don't know. And more rare is to get the association of devotees. Tatravi durlabham manye Vaikunta Priya Darshanam. Vaikunta Priya means the devotees of the Vaikunta Nath. To get the association of devotees of the Vaikunta Nath, Supreme Lord Krishna, is more rare than getting the human form. So since we are in the human form of life now, we should try to utilize it maximum possible. As Prabhupada always puts it, best use of the bad bargain. Okay, let us make the best use of the bad bargain. So there are so many instances of this in the histories. Bharata Maharaj was obliged to take his birth as a stag due to his intimate attachment to a stag. As I told you, those who are too much attached to the dog, always thinking of dog, always giving service to the dog, taking them out. and especially in the old age when they don't have any job, they are about to die. To thinking of dog, they will leave the body. What they will attain? Dog's body. Next slide. So that is the example given here by Srila Prabhupada about Bharata Maharaj. This indication, it's a warning for all of us. We should be very careful. Even Bharat Maharaj, a pure devotee of the Lord, who was on the stage of Bhava. Okay, that is just one stage before Prema. Even he fell down from that position. Just imagine. Okay. You know, the Ado Shraddha, Tatha Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anarthamurti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Just one stage before is Bhava. So Bharat Maharaj was such an advanced devotee, was on Bhava platform. He fell down to a lower species. But there was one good thing because he was a devotee. What was that? Can anyone say?
He could remember his past life.
Yeah, that was the mercy of the Lord. Apart from that,
He got the association of some devotees.
okay, that's also fine. One second. One more thing. The main, you did not tell. The main benefit, what you said is correct. He got a lower body, but his spiritual credit did not diminish. Bhakti did not diminish. Even in Bharat, in dear body, was always doing devotional service, always remembering Krishna. And Bharat in Jada Bharat body was also remembering Krishna. That is the meaning of this verse. Not going to lose, no loss. So he got a lower body. See, body is temporary. It is just a garment, outer garment, isn't it? But his credit, spiritual credit, never diminished, because of which he got the blessings from the Supreme Lord. He remembered everything and he practiced, he continued Krishna conscious activities even in the lower form of life. Another example, can you give from our scriptures similarly? Whom you can give? They got a lower body, but they never lost their bhakti.
Gajendra, but at the last minute only remembered.
Gajendra. Yes, you're right, Mataji. Gajendra. Gajendra was a king, Indradyumna. Okay? He became Gajendra. So he was a devotee. But then he also got a lower form. From human form to animal form, elephant form. But he also never lost his Sugurdi, the spiritual credit. He could remember the past life, and he was, by the blessings of Supreme Lord, he could remember the past life and glorify the Supreme Lord with the prayers. And he got delivered. One more?
Ajamla.
Yes, Ajamila, by actually he did not get a lower form. He did not get a lower form. He just remembered his son Narayana. So he was taken by Vishnuduta. I mean, not taken by Vishnuduta. Vishnuduta came and fought with the Yamadutas and released him from the Yamapasha. Then he got a second chance. One more is there, who got a lower form from the human form. Vritrasura. He was a Chitraketu king. Okay. He was also cursed by Mother Parvati. Just, joking with Lord Shiva. Vritasura became this thing, Vidyadhara. Then he was just going through the Akasha mark. He saw Lord Shiva giving sermon to sages. Mother Parvati was sitting on the lap of Lord Shiva. So he just laughed. Now, how is that? He is giving spiritual teachings to all the sages, and Mother Parvati is sitting on his lap. How is that? Is it right? This behavior? Simply as on an equal level to Lord Shiva, was just simply, but then she took it as offense. Who? Mother Parvati. Cursed him to become a Asura. From king to Vidyadhara to Asura. So in that form also, he could remember, and he was glorifying the Supreme Lord. So he glorified the Supreme Lord in 4 verses, beautiful prayers. He instructed Indra, you should fight this way, that way, so that you can kill me. So from this, what we understand, even if little, swarpam apesya dharmasya, little devotional activities we are doing, it is never lost. But at the same time, if we are not doing it, we gain nothing. We gain nothing. So that's why here there are so many instances of this in the histories. Bharata Maharaj was obliged to take birth as a stag due to his intimate attachment to a stag. So what Bharat Maharaj has done, is it wrong? He just helped a deer at the hour of need. The deer was in the mother deer gave birth to a baby deer, and mother deer passed away. Baby deer was drowning. So was it not a duty of Bharat Maharaj, seeing that situation, to rescue the deer? So was it wrong? Why he was punished in this manner by the Supreme Lord to become a deer? So what was wrong in that action?
Because of our attachment to the deer.
Yeah, because of our attachment to the deer. Okay. So, yes, right. Apart from that, but he left. Okay, you are taking your statement correct. Let us argue. He left his kingdom, his citizens who loves him so much, his family. So he did not have any attachment to them. He detached from all these things. How is that? He had so much attachment to the deer. Now he left his wonderful family, all the loving citizens, and all the comforts that he was enjoying in the kingdom, and he went to the forest for meditation. At that spur of the moment, when he saw this, scene, he just rescued that. But then how he got the over attachment? What is the reason?
He started neglecting his duty
No.
or lack of association.
He was meditating. He was doing his duty. But when he saw this, because of his, that what you call compassion, he rescued. But what was the mistake that he actually has done to suffer this, to become a deer? No, guess. Why? He lacked association. There was nobody to tell him. What he could have done, just save him and leave the animal. But then he thought that he was the only protector. There is nobody to protect this poor animal. So let me protect. So as Mataji rightly said, as the days progress, he started developing attachment. He forgot his real purpose of coming to the forest, that to meditate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He forgot that, and he got too much attached to the deer, because he thought that he is the protector, he is the maintainer. So it is my responsibility to protect this, poor animal deer. And he forgot the purpose for which he came to the forest, because he had no association to rectify his mistake, to guide him in the spiritual way. So it's a lesson for us also, that we should never think that alone I can do spiritual activities, devotional service. No, we need the help of other devotees, the senior devotees, because when we go wrong, who is there to correct us? We may go wrong. We are not perfect. We may mistake some, scriptures, instructions. So somebody should be there to correct us. So here he was all alone. There was nobody to correct him. So he just went according to his mind's instruction. He thought that I am the only protector and maintainer, and let me take her. So he forgot the purpose for which he went to the forest. So that was a mistake that he did. So we also should remember that alone we cannot do devotee service. We need satsanga, we need association of devotees. Prabhupada always says, if there is one stick, we can easily break it. If bunch of stick, can we break it? We cannot break. So the association means bunch of people coming together, inspiring and motivating and guiding each other. When suppose somebody, a stout and hefty person is coming to fight with me, okay, I'm weak, I will run away. But with me there are 10 people. Will I run away? I will not, because I know I have people with me who can help me to fight with this person. So association is always necessary. Okay. And once Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, why do we need association? Okay, I can do devotional activities alone. Why do I need the company of other devotees? I can do in ekantik, in secluded place. Then Prabhupada caught hold of his hand, just twisted his hand, and asked him, who will do this to you when you go wrong? Will the book do this to you? If you go on a wrong path, somebody should be there to chastise you, scold you, correct you, bring you onto the right path. The book won't do it. Only the person, Bhagavata, the devotees will do that. So we need association. So as such, in the next birth, he became a stag, although he did not forget the incident of his previous birth. Similarly, Chitraketu also fell down due to his offenses, as we explained. Chitraketu Maharaj. Chitraketu also fell down due to his offenses at the feet of Shiva. Well, he just taunted Lord Shiva. So Mother Parvati could not take it. Then Lord Shiva said, he is a pure devotee. He could have, counter-cursed. But he did not do, he accepted it. See the status of devotees of Lord Krishna. They will not argue, they will not fight with others. They will not counter-react. But in spite of all this, the stress is given here to surrendering unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Even if there is a chance of falling down, because even though one falls down from the prescribed duties of devotional service, he will never forget the lotus feet of the Lord. So even if for some reason we fall down, somehow or the other, the Lord will makes a situation conducive to remember him again, come to the right path. So once engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, one will continue to the service in all circumstances. So a temporary fall down, temporary setback, temporary interval may be there. We may stop it, but we'll come back. So once engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, one will continue the service in all circumstances. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that even a small quantity of devotional service can save one from the most dangerous position. As I told you the sloka from Bhagavad Gita. Neha Vikramanashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Swalpam apyasya dharmasya Trayate Mahadova. One will be, saved from the most dangerous situation simply by carrying out little devotional service. In Gita Mahatmyam also, there is a sloka. Bhagavad Gita Kinchidadida Ganga Jala Lava Kanika Pida Sagard Eva Samarcha Murari Kriyade Tasyana Yamena Charcha. What it says? Bhagavad Gita Kinchidadida. Bhagavad Gita little you read every day. Kinchit. Every day read Bhagavad Gita. Kinchidadida. Ganga Jala Lava Kanika Pida. The few drops of Ganga Jal you honor. Okay. Then Sagr Eva Samarcha Murari. You worship, do Archana to Murari. Who is Murari? Lord Krishna. Every day. Just few minutes. Not 20, after 24 hours. Can't you read one sloka a day? Or just few drops of Ganga water? Honor that. And just 5 minutes Archana. Then what will happen? What is the result? Kriyate tasyana yamena charcha. You don't have to discuss about Yamaraj. That means, for sure, even if you may not be deliberated in this life, you will not go to hell. You don't have to discuss about Yamaraj at all. Because Yamaraj has clearly given instruction to his Yamadudas, to his servants. Those who chant the holy name of the Lord, those who wear the kantimala, those who have tilak on their bodies, it is not your jurisdiction. Do not go there. There's a clear instruction after the Ajamala episode. Because Yamadudas were thinking that Yamaraj is the supreme person, supreme Lord. But then when they came to know, Yamaraj, gave him the spiritual class that I am not the supreme boss. I have a boss. I am doing as per his instruction. But Yamadudas mistook him to be the supreme Lord because they have never met Vishnu Dudas. When Vishnu Dudas came and argued with them based on dharma, then released Yamapasha that was tied to the soul of Ajamila, they were wonderstruck. How is that? Who is the personality, effulgent personality? So they went and asked, we thought that you are the Supreme Lord. Now there are some effulgent personalities who stopped us from doing our duty. Please tell me, who are they? Why we were not allowed to bring this sinful personality to hell? Then he explained everything. Then he instructed the Yamadudas, never go to a person who is chanting the holy name of the Lord and who has Kandimala and who has tilak on their body. It is not your area. Okay, so, and like that, Ajamala got a second chance. He was not liberated that time because his sins, the reactions of his sins was not over. So he had to purify himself. So what he did, afterwards he was released from the Yamapasha. Where did he go? He went to Haridwar. And he did tapas, meditation for 12 years. He qualified himself to go back home, back to Godhead. And then he was taken back home, back to Godhead. So he was given a second chance. So we'll also be given second chance if we have not completed our devotional activities in this life. So, but we should not wait for a second chance. Right? We should not wait for a second chance. So, once engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, one will continue the service in all circumstances. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that even a small quantity of devotional service can save one from the most dangerous position. There are many instances of such examples in the history. Ajamala again is one of them. Ajamala in his early life was a devotee, but in his youth he fell down. Still, he was saved by the Lord at the end. Even though he called out his son, whose name was Narayana, Lord himself came to rescue, because that is his promise in Bhagavad Gita. Anda kalecha mam eva smaran mukto kalaivaram yat prayatasi mad bhavam yati nasyatra samshaya. Okay. So why? Did he call Narayana or did he call his son Narayana? He called his son Narayana. Isn't it? Incidentally or coincidentally, he kept his son's name as Narayana. And Narayana, the name and the Lord, they're identical. So whether you call son Narayana or the actual Narayana, the name represents the same Supreme Lord. So he comes. So he sent his, Vishnu Dudas to rescue him. So that is how. So Ajamila so there was some old story also, before he became Ajamila. There's story, I forgot that. Okay, anyway. So this is the story of Ajamila. Okay, so it is almost 9:30. So text 18, we will take next week. So beautiful verse. And Prabhupada has given wonderful purport also with lots of examples from the scriptures. Okay, Vancha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Ananta Kodi Vaishnavati ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Go Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. So I will stop here.